Seward. Great man out of Colorado. He's a veterinarian, Vietnam veteran, husband, farmer, Christian. He's active with a ton of different foundations and nonprofits, you guys, while also being a researcher and developer of animal pharmaceuticals, including Equilin for horses. Sorry about that. Prenix for cattle. That's a huge one, you guys, in Solo Step. But for me, the big one that always blows my mind is that he was a co-creator of HeartGuard for dogs, you guys. Who hasn't heard of HeartGuard? Dr. Lee was part of that creation process. He's also an author, co-author of numerous scientific papers and patents, and he was one of the original members of the LifeVantage Medical Advisory Board. Super passionate about nutrigenomics, anti-aging, and just sharing his knowledge to help animals and humans.
Sure, Sean. Well, thank you, and thank you and Michelle both for having me on today. It's just a extreme pleasure. I just love working with you. You guys, you've been so important to us in our journey in this company, and you just supported us so much. Yeah, you're in our hearts, and I just really appreciate being able to work with you on this. So to address your question, basically oxidative stress is kind of like rusting from the inside. It's damage to our cells caused by oxidation, or the free radicals inside the cells. It's also known as free radical damage. And this process occurs in all of us, but it's particularly important to pets because of all the things they're exposed to that cause this oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is caused by metabolism, just the eating and the normal life processes, but it's also caused by all the things you're exposed to: the smoke, the pollution, the chemicals, the herbicides, pesticides, all the electromagnetic radiation, the solar radiation. All these things contribute to oxidative stress, this damage to your cells. And this damage to your cells, oxidative stress, is the heart of practically all the diseases that you can think of in your pet, and particularly those diseases and the process known as aging. So it's the big factor in aging and the things we see in the aging process. It's important in humans, but it's equally, or at least and I think more important, in animals, because they're out there, they're on the ground, they're in the sunshine. Our dogs are sniffing around and eating things that you can't control. So they're exposed to all kinds of toxins that exacerbate or really make this oxidative stress very important in their disease and aging process.
I love it. I love it. And so just to summarize what you're saying here, oxidative stress, kind of left unchecked, is going to have a dramatic impact eventually at some point in your animal's health. Is that right?
You bet. It is the primary aspect of the aging process in animals. Okay. So oxidative stress, and there's thousands and thousands of papers. There's hundreds of thousands of papers on the National Institute of Health website, PubMed.gov, and there's tens of thousands of papers on Google Scholar. Not Google, but Google Scholar, a technical search engine for scientific literature that specifically talk about oxidative stress in dogs and the relationship to diseases and aging.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. And you guys that are just joining, if you haven't done so already, drop into the comments a picture of your dog, your fur baby, whoever it is. We want to see those pictures start coming in because, again, we know that animals, especially dogs, are definitely a part of people's families. And they absolutely love their animals. With that, I know you're involved with a product right now, Petandim, and there was a dog study that was done on that. Could you give us kind of a high-level synopsis of the study that was done with Petandim?
You bet. Petandim, I mean, basically, it's the primary reason I'm here talking to you. When I heard about this technology, and then at the same time that I heard about this technology, I heard that the company was launching this technology, this anti-aging technology, this NRF2 activation technology that stimulates our genes to address oxidative stress. When I heard the company was launching a product for dogs, I said, I've got to be involved in this. So that's Petandim. And as Sean said, the company actually sponsored a study that was done. It was started out in 80 dogs. It was a placebo-controlled, blinded study. That means, usually they call them double-blinded studies. I call it triple-blinded because not only did the investigators not know which dogs were receiving the active Petandim product and which were getting placebo, but the owners of the dogs, the shepherds of the dogs, did not know. And of course, the dogs didn't know either. So it was remarkable that in this particular study where Petandim, this technology that has the NRF2 activation ingredients that stimulates the genes to produce the enzymes that reduce oxidative stress, known to reduce it by 40% in 30 days in humans, and even more the longer people take it, but also known to reduce it substantially, and in my estimation, probably more so in dogs than in humans, because the results you see. In this particular study, like I said, double-blinded, at the end of the study, it was found that the dogs on the active product, Petandim, actually had better mobility, improvements in their mobility, as well as in their cognitive function, and the enzymes that are involved with reducing oxidative stress had increased. So the conclusions of this particular study demonstrated that important wellness benefits are produced in dogs.